Hey race fans, thanks for joining me on the channel today. On this episode I'll be showing you how to set up your GTD Pro wheel on Assetto Corsa. I got asked this question a couple weeks ago and I apologize for taking so long to get back to you, but let's get started with it. So you move the funky switch over to where it says options, go over to controls, click X, and if I move this funky switch over to wireless controller, you can see it's lit up in red. Then move it back to wheel and it's in red, and that's what you want to do. Wherever it's red, that's what you're going to be going through. So you can move it down here and you can see wherever that red bar goes, that's where you are. So if I move my foot on the gas, you can see it's working. Brake, it's working. Clutch, I don't use a clutch, but that would work. Our wheel is turning. Okay, so we want to, if we want to adjust the gain, put the bar on gain, it's red, hit the X button right there. You can see now it's gray. If I take the funky switch and I move it over here like that, I got my gain is going to be changed, and I hit X and now we're out of there. Same thing with minimum force, hit X. I can move it to whatever I want to. Click X. And so on and so forth. If we go over to control bindings, so if we want to change how we shift up, I'm assuming you're going to be using the paddles back here. Just hit X and right for up. And now we have this paddle activated. Shift down, and I can make shift down anything I want. If I want to, I can do that, so that when I hit this, I shift down. In case you want to drive like this for some reason, totally up to you, whatever. But the conventional way would be to have your left paddle for downshifts. Ignition, what do we want to make our ignition? We want to make it, let's say we want to make it this red button right here. That's the ignition. And so on and so forth. The starter, I had that activated with this switch right here for this wheel, my McLaren GT3 wheel. So let's make the starter, and you know, you might have to put some labels if you don't play the game a lot with a certain wheel or whatever, just because now wheels have so many different options, and even this wheel has a fair bit of options, which is cool. So your pit limiter, your toggle switch, whatever you want to do, okay? So increase the traction control, and I think I had this set up for that McLaren wheel actually. So you can adjust this while you're in the game. So that's the cool thing about these. So if we want to increase the traction control, let's say in game with let's make it this yellow button right here, and we'll see how that works. So okay, so number 4, increase contraction, increase traction. So let's get a little demo in game to see if we can increase the traction while driving with this yellow button right here. Okay, so let's now get out of here, and we're gonna save it. Okay, so we go to this, and you can put whatever label you want. So if I wanted to delete this, I can hit yes. Okay, and then I can change it to whatever name I want right here. So we'll just keep it as this. Okay, so if I want, yeah, you can choose whatever name you want here. So that's cool. And go down here to save. It's highlighted. Click X, and we're saved. Okay, so let's try to make the traction control increase. So 3, oh, before I forget, okay, so if this is our increase button for traction control, we gotta have a decrease button. So let's make this blue one decrease traction, even though you see I've got these over here, and I said before that's because I had that set up in with the McLaren wheel. Actually, why don't I do this? Increase traction control. Let's see if this could work. Up, decrease traction control, down. Okay, so we're just using these red buttons. Up for increase, down for decrease. All right. So we'll save it onto that. Overwrite existing file, yes. So whatever we have here, that is the most current setup that we have. So, okay, up for increase, down for decrease. So let's get out of here and let's just try it. Let's just try it in practice. Okay, let's just start the practice. I think we're in the Audi and we're at Circuit of Americas, oddly enough. This is a track that I went to watch Formula One last year. Amazing. If you ever get the chance, what a track. And we actually had pretty good seats. We were at turn 15, and that's a pretty good seat because you can see a fair bit of the track, different turns from there, so that's cool. So one thing about Formula One, you don't get to see all the race, but still obviously an elite event. If you haven't been to one, go as soon as possible, at least once. Although I like watching it on TV because I can see absolutely everything, and I really like watching the race. So okay, so now all we want to do is see if we can move this traction. Okay, so there you go. You see the traction comes up. I'm moving it up, and we want to move it down, and it's going down. 0, let's go up. Nice, and it's up to 4. Let's move it down to 2 right here. So just like that. So there you go. I hope that answered your questions, and I'm gonna take some time and spend a few minutes driving on this awesome track. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. If you've got any other questions, please let me know. Peace.